Man, bad news, man. Look how they did me, man. Look how they hit me and ran. Knocked my wheels all loose. Swear to God, man. Yo, welcome to G1 Vision, another vision of G1. How you guys doing today, man? Hopefully y'all doing great, such as I'm somewhat. But today is another day where it kind of feels like a disaster to me, man. It's like my luck is there, then my luck is not there. Blessing comes, blessing goes. But I understand, man, you know, that's just the way that life works, that we have to understand. But as you can see, as the thumbnail and what it is, before I get all into that, I need y'all to slap that subscribe button, turn on post and notifications, and definitely comment down below and share. But before we get into it, we're going to talk about, for just a little bit, we just want to talk about timing. You know, when you got something set up and you got the timing set up just right, your blueprint is just going just well, and the devil just riding your heels, and he rides your heels until he figure out somehow that he feel like he can break you. But it depends on who you is and what's in you, if he can break you or not. But you know, for the long story short, the shot of that, he tried to break me, and I'm not gonna let it break me. That's why I am here today, to show y'all. I'm finna put it on footage of what the devil tried with me, and I'm attacking back, because I don't plan on losing by him. But right now I'm at home. I'm about to get up over here. Y'all can see that as a thumbnail again, that they crashed my truck. Someone came and hit me. But I'm gonna explain the details of that when I'm showing y'all the truck and how it happened. It was kind of weird. I don't know, I don't understand. The people was out of their mind or whatever. But we're gonna get straight into it. Not gonna do too much talking, because I want to get into it. I'm excited to get my truck up and going and getting it to the paint shop, and you know, and flipping this whole thing around, man. You know, for y'all haters out there, to get y'all mad, to keep y'all mad, man. Y'all want to keep bringing me down, man. It's time for y'all to go down. But other than that, let's slide over there to it. Yes, sir. So yeah, man, we done made it over here. Let me go ahead and set this camera down so y'all can get a good angle at me. So yeah, man, don't mind the background sound. You know, that's just my neighbors here. But before I get into it, and I'm gonna show y'all the tragic of what happened. It's a little story to it, unnecessary story to it. You know, you got people out there that just don't care about life. You got people out there that just look at life different, maybe other than how the way you see it. So when you got people out there like that, those are the type of people you gotta watch out from when you trying to progress, when you trying to grow, when you on your way up. And you got people that would just come along. I don't know if that's bothering you just because I'm under a tree and the sun is coming through the trees and stuff, so it's kind of putting that little weird shadow shade stuff on me. But I'm gonna try to stay still. But when you got people like that, those are people you have to watch out from, because them type of people is just will cross your path, and it's in certain ways that they can affect your path, they can damage your path, they can end your path sometimes. It's just all about like how you maneuver out there. So you know, I came across one of them little situations. You know, at the end of the day, we just talking about a truck. It's an item, something that can be repaired, you know, but something of mine, it means a lot to me. Like, out of everything I work for, I work real hard for the things that I have. So these are things that I get up every day and motivates myself. You know, it might seem small to other people, but nobody never knows what you really goes through for just something that's so little. It can seem simple to you, but you can't look at it, everybody what they got, like, oh, well, you got this, or if you got that, blah, blah, this. It's just an item, it's material things. What's the big deal about it if something go wrong with it or something happened to it? But you don't know what people, they done took all their blood, sweat, and tears, their energy. Every day, I got so much in my life that goes on around just my truck that I have to make time to make sure my truck is straight, make sure my kids is straight, house, rent, all of this stuff. There's so much that goes on. So when your energy is evolved around everything all in one, and you trying to maintain with just certain things that you trying to say, hey, this is my gift that I'm appreciating myself with, that I really put my all into. Like this right here is like my getaway and my piece of what I do for something that I really wanted. So when you got people out there that just treat things like that, just so small, those are the people you need to step away from, because they does not value your time. They does not value your all of what you give in your passions and things like that. So those are the type of people you need to just like cut a little short on, you know, being around, trying to motivate shit around them and this and that. Like they don't see the same picture. But other than that, long story short, we finna get into it. I'm about to show you the details. People keep calling me. I'm about to show you the details of what the whole point, the whole deal is, what it is. So let's get to it and let's see. Let's see. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look at that. Only if y'all knew how I felt that night. Only if y'all knew. Tore a freaking hole in it. So it's another thing I'm gonna show you that they tore up my doors. My door is hard to open, so I'm gonna break down the story to y'all, but let me show y'all one more thing. You see that? Do you see that? So this is the rod that connects to my rack of pinion. It goes in here. You can see it's bent. So as in right now, my wheel is, I can actually grab my wheel and turn it. I can turn this wheel all the way to the left, to the right, and the other wheel will stay straight. So one wheel be turning like that, other one straight. So let's get into the details about that. So I'm gonna break this down to y'all. Now, I don't remember what it was, but one night I was out driving my truck. I just came home from coming out to eat with my kids, my family and stuff like that. So came home, dropped them off, and it was kind of late. So I want to say probably like around 12:30, 1 in the morning. Let me get in the sun. So hopped in my truck, called myself going to check on my trailer and stuff. So as I was going to check on my trailer, seeing if my uncle's shop was still open, because sometimes it'd be open at night. How? And driving down, you know, the street. So getting in the, as I'm driving on the street, I looks in my rearview mirror. This is on the main street. Looked in the rearview mirror. So that's which is this rearview mirror. Looking in this rearview mirror, again, I am in the driver's seat. I see a car, say, behind me this way. I'm looking in my rearview mirror, I can see it. Car coming fast. So as I'm looking in the rearview mirror, see the car coming fast. This is my middle lane. Jumping in the middle lane to go so I can make a turn in the intersection to go down, you know, another main street, the cross street. So I'm going through the cross streets. So as I'm going, I'm thinking that the car that's coming behind me, if I jump in the middle lane, that they gonna get on the right side of my lane and pass me on the path that they supposed to go, the right direction. Remind you, this is the middle lane, this is the wrong side of the road, oncoming traffic. So I'm in the middle lane, gets in the turning section. As I'm turning, expecting the car to come past me on my passenger side, as soon as I turn, what do you know? He meets me in traffic. Turning, he's coming right here. Boom. So this is where I caught the impact of the car at that hits me. I want to say it was a little miniature SUV. You can see that it was blue. You see that it was blue. So he hits me. he goes crashing off into a parking lot and somewhat of a building. So me, I hits my head on the window. After I hits my head on the window, I'm like kind of stung by it. Like I'm kind of in a little somewhat of a short daze. So after I notice it's a guy next to me telling me like, hey, you all right? So after I sees and talks to him, I'm like, yeah, I'm all right. I'm looking out my window. I'm looking like at the car that's over there. The car just in a slow, like a little dazed motion where it's just cruising. Like someone is in there like passed out, hurt, you know, no telling what it is. So, you know, I'm telling him to go check on them to go see if they is all right. So as I'm trying to wind my window down, my window wouldn't go down due to the impact of the windows here, and you know it's damaging here. So this is the window regulator, it won't let it go all the way down. So it was acting weird. So I finally get it to go down. And once I got to go down, I want to say the people's probably from like here, maybe to like that white mailbox right there. But they turned this way where I can't see no license plate though. So once I wind my window down, I can hear the car trying to start. So once I do the car trying to start, I'm like, oh, this is a hit and run. So first thing I do, try to open my door. As you can see, look at my door. This door is, and that is unlocked. So I'm gonna try to do my back door. You can see that. It's my back door. You can see that that really can't close. Look at that ugly gap. So as I try to unlock my door, open my door, it was hard to open because, you know, I'm jammed up in there now. So I'm forcing my door, finally get it to pop open. By the time I already get it to pop open, they already got their car back running. And I don't see how they did it because the whole car was totaled. Their car was way more totaled. So they starts it back up. I jumps out. After I jumps out, I can see they reverse lights and all that shit blinking, kicking on. That mean they trying to put it in drive. They put it in drive, pulls off. So, you know, skip that part of what happened. Besides that, jumps back in my truck. Truck's still running. Throws it in drive, hits the gas, tried to go chase him. And after that said and done, my wheel, this wheel right here would not let me go nowhere. And the reason why it wouldn't let me go nowhere, what I was just saying a second ago, because this wheel was broken and it was pointing to the left, the other one was straight, and it would not let me go. It trying to drug me to the side and this and that. So, you know, they got away at the end of the day. So once they got away and all that, you know, I was really like upset and really devastated by it. You know, it was all at the moment of the way things just played out. Like, I'm like, why me? And I just had this truck scheduled to get painted like maybe about a couple weeks ago that just passed. So, you know, that's how the whole story played out. But other than that, you know, again, it's just material things and stuff. It's just how people take their material things, you know. Some people take it serious. Some people just say, hey, it's just a material thing. You can't take it with you. You're right about that at the end of the day. But while I'm here at the moment, yes. But other than that, I'm not gonna talk y'all ear off. I gotta change my whole rack of pinion because they bust my seals in my rack of pinion, plus the tie rod that's bent on there. So, you know, that's what this video was all about today. And other than that, can't do nothing but get to it. Alright, y'all. Finally got it all pulled off. And you can see where the damage was done on it. And this was where my seal was busted. Oh, it actually snapped it from the housing from this, because it leaked a whole bunch of power steering fluid out of there. And you can see where the tie rod is broken. I mean, was bent. See where that's bent at? It's supposed to be straight like this. So that was the driver's side wheel that was cocked the other way, where I couldn't steer it. So once they bent the wheel, that bent that, forced that, somehow snapped that in half. Now that I see that was a big problem. And so far as the mount, that mount on the support, the passenger side of the rack and pinion, you can see that both sides is snapped off on that. So I gotta go finish unscrewing that off of the truck. But see, it got a crease in the line right here. I didn't notice that. You know, it did some pretty good damage, man. The way the person hit me, it hit me pretty hard, man. It slid my truck to the side. But I'm gonna pull the new one off and match it up against that. Alright, so now that's the new rack and pinion. You can kind of see the difference of the damage, what's happened to this one, and what the new one is, what it's supposed to look like. So you can see that there is a difference. There is. So all there is left right now, like I said, I got to go pull this part off because it's still stuck on the truck. Bolt that off. After that, I bolt that off. It's time to slap everything up, fill it up with power steering fluid, and see how it do. Let's get it. Oh yeah, and another thing I forgot to explain is that I actually went and already bought the doors to replace the doors, and my new rack and pinion right here. So that's what I'm slapping on today. I don't know, I might slap my doors on. And I wanted to show y'all. There we go. The damage of what they did. I already started pulling my door panel off because I might, like I said, swap the door out. This is the part where I really have to take it to the body shop and have them do, because they dented the cab, the bottom of the cab, and they kind of creased my little door frame support right here, where it got my door all lined up all wrong, where it makes it hard to close, because you can see is when I open it, it kind of pops open by itself. So that's the reason why. It has a lot to do with this crease. So they're gonna have to really do that. This door lines up pretty good still, but they give it that ugly gap right here. So, you know, that's the only bad part about that. Okay, y'all. I finally got the pieces off that was broken, which was these two. Don't mind my background, my neighbors is loud. But these are the two broken parts that came off. One up here, and another one was about around here somewhere. I really can't see. But that's what I had to take off. Other than that, it's ready to slap the other one back in. But everything else looked good up under here. I done checked my lower control arms and top control arms. Everything still looks straight. Things like that. These control arms are actually brand new. I just put on here. They some double steel or whatever they supposed to be for 4x4 lifted trucks. So I paid a little extra for them. I see that they knocked off my sway bar linkage. And I need to put another one of them on there. But you know, as my other video, I put my motor in myself. Like I said, I rebuilt this motor. You can see I did a pretty good job so far. I don't see any leaks. I done re-gasket everything on there. It looks pretty good. So that's a good thing. I ain't seeing no leaks so far since the last time I've been up under there. All these other little drips and stuff that came from when my rack and pinion was busted and shooting fluid everywhere. So I definitely got to clean that up, get up under here with some degreaser and spray that down. But I'm gonna spray that down after I get done installing everything. But so far as that, everything else look good up under here. I'm glad that everything else is not damaged or anything. So let's go ahead and slap this thing in and see how this bad boy get down. Okay, y'all, I got the rack of pin completely installed in here, so about to show y'all, man, that it's completely installed. And I gotta go run and grab some fluid and stuff. I need to start wearing me gloves. You see my hands, that's not good. I got a bunch of scars on my hand. But besides that, I finally installed it. As y'all can see in some of the clips that I was putting a tie rod, the little ends on the tie rods on, and please don't judge me by them, man. You know, I know y'all get in the comments and say this. I know it got to get realigned and all that. This is just to get it to go, because right now my next step, I want to drop it off at the paint shop, and I got to take my wheels off anyway so I don't get no overspray on them. And after it comes out of the paint shop and get that done, I'm gonna go get the wheels realigned and everything. So I'm pretty sure they got to do their little work to it. This is just to get it to go and roll. I lined it the best way that I could. I'm not driving far, you know, paint shop probably like maybe a mile or two from where this location is at. But that was just to get that on. But let me go ahead and show y'all that it's all sealed and it's a deal. So that's my new rack of pinion in there. See, everything is on there, lined up, bolted on. You know, I do all my work myself. Everything is on. So that all look like it's a go for me. Like I said, that I gotta go pick up the power steering fluid, run down the street to the AutoZone. I hate this darkness. Run down the street to AutoZone. So let's go ahead and get over here and go grab this fluid, start it up, get everything in motion. And I don't know if I have enough time to drop my truck off at the paint shop. I might put it into a separate video, but let's go get this fluid. There it is. Alright, I finally went and picked up the power steering fluid. Finna go ahead and throw that in there. Get this power steering fluid in here. And most likely I don't even think I'm gonna get it to the body shop, because I'm not for sure if I want to switch my doors out myself before I take it there. Because just to mount, a lot of people don't know, just to mount your doors on your car, they'll charge like an extra $200 to $300 just to install your doors on. So, you know, I can knock down a couple bucks. You know, I ain't trying to be so petty about it or anything, but why not? If I can save a couple bucks, let me turn. So that probably gonna be, not for sure, a whole nother video. You know, probably the next video tomorrow. So I'm gonna go back over here and put this on, this power steering fluid. Made sure it was for GM. And I got a question, and the people comment down below on this. Why do a lot of companies, stores and stuff like that ask you, do you want your receipt or not? Like, what is the big deal about that? Like, do I want my receipt or not? Why is you asking me that? Wouldn't I need my receipt if I bought something that was damaged or something I didn't want or the wrong thing, and it was for me to take it back? And the first thing you're gonna ask is, do you have the receipt? But you give me an option if I want my receipt or not. Like, I don't understand. I'm not seeing the big picture for a company to say, hey, ask everyone, do they want their receipt or not? Like, what is that brings down to your company or brings up to your company? Like, what's the big deal about it for every company to make sure they ask you that about a receipt? Like, get in the comments below, man, explain it. Maybe I'm not understanding something or not seeing something, you know, no big dealy. But other than that, man, you know, I was just concerned. Let's get over here, fill this thing up, push it around the corner, and hope for the best, man. You know, yada da. So, we touched down, we landed. Let's go ahead and pop this power steering cap off. You can see that there's nothing in there. The thing is super empty. Like I said, it busted the seals and leaked everything out. So let's go ahead and pour this off in there. Alright, it's time to start it up and see how this thing operates. I got a lot of gas in there, I didn't even know that. Hasn't been started up in a minute. I know there was like a thing you had to turn it all the way back and forth. Last time I installed a rack of pinion or a power steering pump, but it's turning like butter. Like, this is with one finger, so that's good signs right there. So after I do something like this, make sure there's no leaks, like nothing's leaking, and we go check the fluid again. Sometimes it's shut down. Actually did, so add a little more into the probably need just a little bit more power steering fluid. Alright, let's take it for a test drive and see how this thing controls. See that my door panel still took it off. I can't even wind down my window. I didn't even think about that. So yeah, let's see how it do. Yeah, I definitely gonna need an alignment. Most definitely. So I can feel it. The steering wheel is a little off. Pulling. As far as the turning, everything seemed like it's there. Well, he's back. Frank is back in action, man. They done broke a leg on him. I had to repair it. And he's back up and walking. He don't have that limp no more. He ain't sitting up. Got the leg brace, so he's back in action. So everything seemed to turn out pretty good on this. I'm loving it, you know. Like I said, it's another progress, you know. Sometimes just because something affects you. It don't knock you all the way down. It just put a little crink in your step and on the way you pulling up. So I'm happy. So next step is to get to the body shop, the paint shop, and let them come out as a beauty. Remember, Frankin. But other than that, man, everything turned out great. My steering is back in action, so you know I can jump back in it and make it maneuver and do what it needs to do. But other than that, to let y'all know, man, I appreciate y'all if y'all been watching this vlog all the way until the end, until now. And you know, I'm gonna have to turn this into a second vlog. And you know, anything y'all got in the comments, you know, say it down below. And it's just, you know, this is a journey for me. Like, I'm building this work up by myself. You know, I don't have no one that I could pay someone to do it, but it's like on their time and, you know, they fees and they prices. I understand and I can respect them, but you know, if I got a skill of doing it, if I can save me a couple bucks, I'm gonna do it. So, you know, this is another way up. It's the things you gotta go through, man. You know, on the way up, a lot of things try to break you down, but other than that, I ain't gonna get all into that and preach it. If you've been watching this vlog, like I said, I appreciate you. But until then, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And, you know, hit that notification, turn on that bell, comment down below. And, you know, stay tuned until the next video. Yada.